Hey guys, Matthew here again. So in this video we're going to talk about the cage. So the cage is like a kind of RHINO object like the block instance or the hatch. It's not really geometry itself, but it kind of is referential to it. So I have a wrap model here. So when I make my cage, I can make the reference to the Smashing Pumpkins. So I'm going to make a cage. So I'm going to press cage, type in cage, sorry, C-A-G-E, and it asks me for the first corner. So it's actually just doing the box command at the moment. But when I finish drawing the box, you'll notice that nothing appears on screen. And if I go look at my command line, I've still got to give it some information here. So I'm just going to enter through this for now, and you'll see a box appears, but this time it's see-through. And this guy, despite all his rage, still just a rat in a cage. So I'm going to click on the box, and you'll notice that it will say one cage added to selection. So now that I've got that, I'm going to type cage, and you'll notice that I can click on this thing called cage edit here. So I'm going to click on that, and it'll ask me for the captives. So my captive is my rat, and then it'll ask me for the control object. I'm just going to enter past this, and you'll notice that I'll get a whole bunch of points here. So I can select, say, this point here near the guy's tail, and I can deform the rat based on its relationship to that point. It's a bit abstract how this is working, but effectively I can distort and warp the space around the rat, and the rat distorts with it. It's a fairly complex mathematical process, so it's quite hard to describe, but you'll notice that the rat is flattened like a pancake at the moment, which is probably a bit disturbing. But if I wanted to, I could take this point here and move that vertically down, and take these other 2 points here and move them vertically up, and the tail of the rat deforms in relationship to that. So that's the cage. So I can, if I undo all that, just so we have a basic rat to start with, and make a new cage. So I'm going to type cage in again. I'm going to draw another box, but this time I'm going to change the Z count to, say, 10. And I'm going to press OK. And you'll notice that when I type in cage edit this time, and I select my captive, and I select my cage, that I have more points in the Z direction than I did before by quite a wide margin, because I've typed in 10. So the cage actually has a fair bit of information about it in how to edit it. So you could understand that if I undo that and draw a new cage, and you wanted to be really, really particular with the way you're editing, that you could just type the actual correct command in, and then you could, make this, 20, make that 20, and make the Z point count 20 as well, and you get a really efficient cage. That when you do cage edit will allow you to get in there and move things very minute amounts to create very, very slight deformations. But you'll notice that things, so this will probably make some sort of sense, the points outside the cage might get deformed as well. So you'll notice that this point here is not actually in the cage, and it gets moved because of its relationship with the points in the cage. So you should try and make sure that the object is entirely within the cage at all points, but you shouldn't really be using this for the assignment, and there's not many good architectural applications of this tool, but I just thought I'd make you aware of it. So that's all for this module on geometry. So the next module we'll look at transforms, which won't go for long because we'll give you a cheat sheet and you can look at commands yourself and begin to understand them. So we'll literally give you a list of all the commands we think you should memorize, and then we'll move on to some trimming stuff and what to do when things start to go wrong, and then move on to drawing. So that's all for this module. I'll see you in the next module and the next video.